Hello and welcome to another small start practice session. For this we'll be starting as France. No we won't. We're going to load up the save that we had last time, which was, if I remember correctly, and I believe I do because I was just watching the highlights of it, it was an hour-long session of staring at the relation modifier with Jaunpur. More or less, but we did eventually towards the end expand into what used to be Gwalior. So we've gone from a 2-province semi-minor to a 3-province quarter minor. Don't know what a quarter minor is, someone who mines quarters, I guess. So the situation we're in is we are allied to both Jaunpur and Mewar. And Garhwal, actually, now that I think about it, we have claims on the lands surrounding us. We are coring Gurd, and some people don't like us, shall we say. The little OPMs that border us, Mewat and Nagar, don't like us. Malwa don't particularly like us. Delhi don't particularly like us, but these guys, they're cool. They're cool with us. My original plan had been to expand north into Batiana, which at that point was Delhi inland. But as you can see, Delhi got their rears passed back to them by Multan in a war, a defensive war from Multan's point of view. Delhi declared for Multan itself, possibly. Indeed. Or not. Anyway, there was a reconquest war were declared, and Delhi lost quite handily, and they took Bangladesh, which used to be a vassal, and Batiana. And Multan are allied with Mewat. Not a huge issue, because they're these wee guys here. And Jaunpur, which is an issue. So my expansion in that direction is not possible, really, or not without some cunning strategy and tactics, which is quite frankly beyond me, if my session the other day with Costello is to be believed. If you remember that made some very bad decisions, and also got my own rear end handed to me in a war against Delhi because I got trapped on a fort, couldn't retreat, and they just walked up and wiped me. Mewat is, as we know, allied with Multan, but they're also allied with Jaunpur, so we're not going that way. Nagar is allied with Mewat, as you saw. Delhi, no huge deal there. And Gujarat, who is down there. A potential one to think about a little bit later on. That claim won't expire for a little while yet. But as you saw, we actually do have, if I can remember the right map mode here. That's a good way of getting back. Anyway, I had issues with the opinion map mode not showing up before. Now, do you know what I might do here? Is I might at some point change it so that we don't have the Imperial map mode here, map to R, because we're really way out of HRE territory, and we will be for, well, beyond. We won't be using it in this because this is a small start guide. By the time we have to start worrying with the HRE, we will be not a small start anymore. So, we have a claim on Chanderi. They have 2 vassals, and I'm not sure if that was a sound effect that I just heard or someone dropping a big metal thing outside. I'm not going to worry about it. So, but the situation we were in at the end of the last session is, if we declare Mewar and Jaunpur will jump right the heck in, which is kinda useful. We're not making a lot of money because we're not actually paying our troops anything. Now that was the other point. We are paying an advisor. Oh no, we're not. We fired him. Okay, so we're not paying an advisor, but we're still paying a lot of money because we're at our force limit. And we have some expensive cavalry which we could get rid of, but we'll hang on to for the moment because, well, with there being a war and what have you, we may just need it. Now, Malwa are already in a war that they're losing. They've got 1,000 stack here. Gondwana might have something. I don't, as I said, know how up to date the ledger is in terms of showing army numbers. I don't know. I always assumed it was bang up to date, you know, instant information, but I'm sure I found an inconsistency last time when I declared war on someone, saying Malwa have 12,000 troops, which they may well do, which would give me pause, and other animal parts. And Gondwana have 4,000. Why? That's a good question here. Why is their force limit so low? Subject nation. Right. An independent nation starts with +6, whereas a subject nation starts with +2. That's interesting. An interesting change to the force limit system. Dote have a mere 2. So there you go. That's interesting. You only get a force limit increase if you have, so it's rounded down to the nearest integer. That's a bit of a bummer for Hadote, really, if they're 0.1 off it. I don't know if the money you pay for being over your force limit counts it from the integer or the fraction. We could earn a bit more money if we stopped paying for that fort. But seeing as how we're just about to declare war, we only have 2 loans, and we can take a whole bunch more, although not without great inflation. We're going to keep the fort for now, because I'd like to have a fort working for me rather than someone else. Now, the war, this is actually going to work out better than I expected, because the religion here is already Hindu. Malvi is in our culture group as well, so we shouldn't have as big an issue as compared to, say, here, where it's not an accepted culture and we're getting unrest and all sorts from it as a result. But that's kind of by the by. It's really, apart from Hadoti, who is a vassal of Mawar, or I wouldn't go that way, or Bundelkhand, who's a vassal of Malwa. Huh. I'm sure I knew that, but it just really didn't strike me. Let's have a quick look there then. See, neither of these would be accepted culture, even if we did take them. We have a diplomat improving relations, but I'm going to recall him. The question is whether I take some land off Bundelkhand as well as Malwa at this point, because reducing their vassal as well as themselves, I'm talking about Malwa here, is probably a good idea while I can. So, yes, there's the plan. Recall dip, start fabbing, and then declare war. Except, yes, of course we can now fabricate in capital provinces. Who has more development, as if I have to ask? all I do have to ask, because why is that cheaper? Oh, it's because it's grasslands, presumably? Oh no, it's because this one has a reduction due to being capital city? I don't know. But they're much of a muchness as to development. I mean, the capital is slightly better improved. Neither have a fort or anything. So I might as well fabricate on either one of them. In fact, Delhi is a core. Jaunpur considers that a core. Huh. Yeah. I have a feeling if I took Kalpi, Jaunpur would not like me. So I won't be doing that, I don't think. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. Wow. I'm checking out my window here to see what the big lorry type noises were, and there is a big highway maintenance truck unloading, no, not even unloading, digging stuff out the road. Huh. Okay, yeah, there was a gas leak in the road last week, end of last week. I guess that's what that is. Good to know. Well, either everything will be fine or we're all gonna die. Pretty much the same as what's happening here. I was going to pay my army some money because they're good lads, after all. They deserve it. They have piddling morale, and they will still have piddling morale, but they might have enough to beat these guys. 7,000 to 1 with no morale? Well, anyway. Yeah, they've got a little bit of morale. Question is, now that we've had the tick of a month, would you still come to my aid? Are you that far? Ooh. See, I am slightly concerned that Jaunpur is defensive towards me. They might only come and occupy Bundelkhand, and they don't have any claims down in Gondwana. I am worried that they won't actually come and do anything in their war. In this war, even. But they are a rival, I think. Yes. They consider... No, they don't. They don't consider them a rival. No, they do consider them a rival. I always read that back to front. The enemies and rivals bit. In fact, I may have just read it back to front again. Okay, they view Mala as a rival, so they should help out. The question is whether we wait an extra month to get a little bit more morale, which I think we will. It gives us a little bit more fabrication as well, which is handy because it the speed is halved when you declare war, when you're at war. Okay, so you're not really changing, so we might as well just as good a time as any to do this. How far? Okay, they are way away from being called in, because I'm sure now they can call allies in at any point. And Sind isn't a huge issue at this point, given they're being occupied by Jaisalmer in any case. But if that other war with Jaisalmer and Kathiawar pieces out while this one's ongoing, that could become an issue. They are unlikely. It's unlikely to be because of war exhaustion, but they can pay that right down. Besieged provinces, that'll disappear, so we'll only really have the debt and the army strength. So that could become an issue. So we'll need to go fast, basically. Any useful missions we can take? Royal marriage with Miloir gives us increased hit prep. Prestige, stability. That would be very nice. My prestige is not great, but in fact, would Miloir take a royal marriage in any case? They would. Well, I may hang on to that for when I need the dip prep, because it only lasts for, well, it's 10 years. I don't need it just now, I can do that even when I'm at war. Okay, so we're in June 1453, that seems as good a time as any to mobilize the armies. This may go horribly wrong, it may not. We'll just have to see. Nothing else I need to do, so let's dance. Now I'm going to leave these guys alone because with any luck Jaunpur will march on them. We'll march on this fort right here. Or, no, it's not a fort, the fort's there. Right, what? That timing. Okay, so Kangra. Well, you weren't going to join my war, so why should I join yours? Can I? I'm curious as to what would happen here. Jaisalmer are at war with Malwa. I'm at war with Malwa, so I can't be at war with Jaisalmer, as is my understanding. Jaisalmer, where are you? Okay, alright. We'll do it slightly the other way. Kathiawar. I can't declare war on you for so many reasons. But being at war with a mutual enemy is one. If I accept this, can I actually join against someone who they're neutral, you see? This is one of these times where I'm not convinced I'm familiar with the game mechanics, so I'm going to save and do a reload if it turns out I can go to war, because this is something I'd like to know. And we can be at war with them. Ah, they're not in the war already, that's what I should have checked. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. You will not escape. It's in hills, so why do you want to escape? Because you have an absolutely dire general, it would seem. Fair enough. So who else is in this war? Just them two, Kangra and Nepal. Okay, Nepal I am slightly worried about. Tirhut, where are you, Tirhut? You're right there. I don't see us winning this one. Oh well. Bengal. That's not great. That's not great at all if they get called in. Could have a slight issue with that. Right, so they took the penalty there. Who's winning? How are they winning? Better morale, better discipline. And they must have Kali as a deity. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. They should be able to meet up, hopefully, and stomp on them, maybe. Brilliant. Oh, but we're being attacked. Okay, I should not be playing this on speed 4, is the lesson to learn here. They took a crossing penalty. Oh, why do we not have a general? I'm sure there was a reason. Please tell me you're coming to help me. Please tell me you're coming to help me. You probably won't get there in time. When can I retreat? Oh, you are coming to help me. Oh, but I lost already. Oh dear God, that was a stack wipe. Well, this is why you don't play on maximum speed or semi-maximum speed. Wow, that was expensive. Can I have my ball back, please? Now I could play on, or I could re-roll and see what happens in the other one, whether Jaisalmer joins in. Why can I declare war on you? I thought you couldn't declare war if you were had a mutual enemy of the same. Oh, I don't even know anymore. Also, you guys are really struggling to beat these broken, wounded individuals. And Bengal joined the war. Okay, great. You guys don't want to move your troops there? No? Okay then. See, this is kind of ideal for me because I don't have to pay anyone jack squat. I tell you, those 2,000 horses, they held out for a while. Really can't go and attack there. I'm a little bit concerned that Bengal have 15,000 troops just shimmying around. I mean, okay, we've got 23,000 sitting there, but they ain't exactly under my control. Since this is a practice session, I may do a re-roll to obviate that that stack wipe due to my leaving the game running at high speed. Because the objective is to learn, you know, how mechanics work, not how to avoid stupid mistakes like leaving the game running at +5 rather than or +4. Although, you know, experience is the best teacher, as they say. Speaking of things I shouldn't do, let's increase the speed. They're off sieging Jaunpur. Is that because they have a claim on this province? They don't. Well, you go, girl. And it looks like the defensive war is being won as well. So, yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse, basically. Oh, they're splitting up. Don't split up, man. I need ya. Well, good for you. Okay, so you're gonna dance across the border, back and forth. Yeah, you guys might want to stack the heck back up because that's a big stack coming this way. Just saying. Anyone have a claim on this province? Nope. Okay. Okay, just whatever you do, make them take crossing penalties. Dear God, make them take crossing penalties. Or hill penalties. New trade research is heretical. What's our prestige giving us at this point anyway? Trade power, a little bit of morale. That morale's yes to them. But we don't have an army, so it really doesn't make a huge amount of difference. See, this is the way to fight a war, I reckon. Let your allies do it. You know, they're the ones that are going to take the attrition. You know, suffer the sieges. And the de-sieges. Oh, these guys pieced out. Well, it's just us then. Great. Just because this fort became active, it ended up de-sieging this. And we're losing battles. No. Oh no! What's that I smell? Is that a reroll? Yeah, this is the problem. You don't really have control over the AI's army placement. So it becomes problematic very quickly. I'll give them a couple of months to reform, but if they keep getting stomped on, I will reload back to when I had an army. I mean, I could build another army with the money that I don't have, but at this point I'd rather just do the reroll. Run, little... Gujarat. Really? Okay, whatever. Well, let's go back to a time where we had an army and give people something to attach to. Although, something changed with the AI. They seem much more keen to march into... Okay, wait, what? You're marching on them. They have 12,000 troops. Okay, some of them will probably be knackered and half strength, but they have an admittedly very poor leader, and you have nothing. Now you do have a leader. Why do you not show us having a leader? Jaunpur has... Oh, he's running away, that's why. Yeah, that's... No, they do have a leader marching on back. What? Why is that not showing? This game. I mean, you are taking huge penalties. Do you think it's because you had more morale or something? And I'm not going to question it because you are winning, but... Ah, no, that's good. That becomes an accepted culture, so we could actually take these provinces. Well, that's something useful to know. What I think has happened here is Gujarat has sensed Memoir's moment of weakness being involved in a war on my behalf and decided to attack. Well, anyway, not that it's going especially badly, although have 2 years really passed? Jeez. Well, a year and a half. We'll go back and pretend like the speed 4 bit never happened. Right. Now, why is the call to arms screen not up here? Okay, I'm not sure. And reloaded on speed 4 as well. Interesting. Now, okay, we do get view on adjoining provinces. I'm sure I've had issues in Crusader Kings, I don't know about here, with armies marching straight out to the fog of war which I suppose is, you know, kind of the point of the fog of war, but it's a little bit of grieving. You know, you get stomped on by someone you can't see, but they can clearly see you. I mean, I don't think the AI sees fog of war or has fog of war applied to it in any meaningful fashion. Okay, so there's the call of arms. Who is in this war? Well, let's hold this up for a moment. That was partway through June, so we'll give it a couple of months and see if anyone else joins in. Well, anyone else being Jai Salmer, which they almost certainly won't due to being involved with this war. But anyway, I don't actually know if I need anyone sieging here to control this. There is a... Oh, well, that fort would probably take it if not, so I will siege that. I might as well accept that. Oh, we're getting stomped. Bengal again joined the war. Well. And there come Malwa. So the ledger was more or less accurate. Right. So that's grasslands. Let's march this way. And my phone goes beep. I need to be careful of... Well, I don't think I need to be careful of forts at the moment. Where are you guys going? Why are you going that way? Why are you going... Why are you marching? Interesting. I'll see if they win. And if they don't, well... I'm curious as to why they think they'll win that. Okay, so they have actually a fairly decent general in there in terms of shock. That's Jai Salmer, who aren't going. What they have, in fact, is a very not good general. Although between them, they have most of the they have all the major things covered. Okay. Yeah, they take a crossing penalty to attack someone with higher morale. Those are gonna be reinforced, but strange. Will you hold out? No, you won't. You will not. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You gave them a black eye, certainly, but I have to think that... Are you still gonna... oh, you're locked in. Well... Oh, you're taking a penalty? I should have helped them before now. Well, you guys are going to march up and straight on to Bengal. So, right, I've got taking war score. Occupation of non-forts seems to give you hee-haw. Or maybe it's by base tax. But even still, oh, hello. 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 I'm gonna use a little bit of mill. Get my free general. Thanks, game. You know what? I'm gonna. My army duration is probably pants. Yep. But I think I can get better than one maneuver. Well, 4 maneuvers better than 1 maneuver. I'll take him. Well, you're locked in anyway, so I can't do anything. But this situation here. The question is, would you beat me with no general? You wouldn't have a river crossing is the only problem. Somehow. Or would you? So river crossing. Yeah. Well, you know what they say. That's good. Hopefully you'll come down and reinforce me when I get attacked here. They have 8,000 straight up. I have 6,500. Oh, I have a hills advantage. Yeah, no, there must be. I must win that battle. Surely. Surely I can't not lose. Surely. Yeah, well, that won't help. Oh, you! Do you want to come and... Okay, that's better than that. What is... God, get some better dice. Thank you. Well, he's doing a fair amount as well. But we outnumber them in terms of infantry anyway. Hopefully their lines will start to crumble. Get to the point where rolls can't save them, or any other kind of baked bready good. Okay, so we're not taking damage anymore, which is nice. Oh, no, we are. That was costly, but not as costly as it was for them. And they've already been sent packing by Jean-Pour. Yes, yes. Or to put it another way, good, good. Do you know, once I occupy this, I may press forward. He said, condemning himself to a certain grave. And that 8,000 still makes me a little bit sad. Right, where is our army? Right, sucking their thumb up there. Okay, all right. Okay, I can work with that. You consolidate and forward march. Do they demolish a? I'm sure there was. Oh, there's a fort there. It just doesn't show it. Extremes of zoom. Or when you select it, or something. Brilliant. There's a fort here, but it's not being paid for, so we will occupy Mandla Street. Allied forces up there are hopefully sticking the boot in. I say hopefully because it could go either way. I mean, with rolls like that, it could definitely go either way despite the numbers. I mean, it must go one way, but in terms of cost. Now, we've got 10% war score, so we can start making demands. Well, usefully start making demands. Or we can't. Without occupying it. We can't occupy any forts in the area, because the only fort is occupied by Jaisal. Okay, well maybe. Is it? No, there's a capital fort, but... So do we have to wait for them to peace out and then get stomped by Gujarat? I don't know. Okay, they look like they're winning. More or less. Well. Okay, that is some not very much war scores. Not very much. I know what I'm trying to say. It's a negative malice that I don't like. Now, given our allies are falling back a bit, I don't really want to be in the front line when Bengal regroup and say, "Hey, remember how they went and stomped on us? Let's go do that to them." Hadote's on our side, so I don't want to march that far. I wonder if having that fort would count as a fort in the area. We could possibly test that theory and see if it crosses national boundaries by doing this. Yeah. Oh, and that's my phone, so excuse me a moment. My apologies for the delay there. Gives you time to listen to this wonderful Verdi by the sound of it. Autumn or whatever it is. Anyway. Why is that not showing the current song? Why is that not showing the current song? Is it because this is up? Yep. Okay, so we need to take some forts, is the point. Let's go take some forts. I'll actually beat Jaunpur there even though they started before me, because of my fantastic maneuver general. Yeah, man, yeah. So presumably we're losing money because of the extra reinforcements, but let's just consolidate down, see if that helps. Nah, not really. It's the horses and the men that need reinforced anyway, and oh my goodness, everyone is marching on this province. Have I said to attach to me, or is it the loot? What's going on? Siege you, please. Now, why are so many people, like 21,000, 22,000 people here? Don't know. But it's me, so I'm not gonna lose sleep. I will yawn though, because everybody wants to hear that. I know we're in the whatever tech group. Oh, we can't get that when we're at war. Yeah, royal marriage thing. Oh well. What are we looking for here? Looking for technology. Oh, we're pretty close. Ah, right. Foreign military expert. Our country is at war, but our leadership is not ready. Today, a foreign military expert arrived in our court. His reputation precedes him, and he has a reasonable grasp of our language, but his prices are steep. Don't like the sound of that last, semi-last sentence. Semi-last? Penultimate? Oh. 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 Okay, not that. Well, maybe, but... Oh, I've just rolled a general as well. Is it worth taking another loan to get a decent general? I mean, 100 tradition general. Well, again, let's see what 100 tradition looks like. I don't know if this is one of these ones that will stay up if you reload, but let's see what we get. Yeah, that's pretty poor, really. I think the shock's good. Yeah, it's not bad. And they're going to go and stomp on Bengal again, which is quite nice. I'd like them to go and stomp on Malwa, but, you know, we can't have everything. Bump up the speed a little bit here. Okay, Ethiopia, don't care. Raipur, you guys go and die. You know, probably. They're gonna die though, because that is like the entire allied forces apart from me. Not even close. Are they coming to de-siege? They're coming to de-siege? Well, I can... Okay, maybe not. Yeah. You won't quite catch them, but never mind. Eep. Okay, alright. Wow, okay. Okay, right, what's happening here? Fort maintenance. Right, how do we turn off? How do we turn off our forts? We can destroy it. That doesn't really cover what I was looking for, though. Seriously, how do we turn forts off? Development? Nope. Buildings? Nope. I know how to turn an entire fort off, because it's under... Yeah, mothball all forts. Activate all forts. Hey, interface. Be this button? Okay, right. You can be mothballed. You can stay at the moment, because you kind of have to. Fort maintenance is not an option. Why so much reinforcement, really? If we weren't paying for reinforcement, would be fine, but... Oh well. Catch them if you can. They're gonna go and stack up. Of course they are. And you're probably fully looted. Well, I might as well repay this loan. Ooh, that's potentially good. Oh, is it because you don't have military access or something? You're not gonna win that though, are you? Even with my fantastic general, I doubt I would get there in time. It's alright, you're on your own. Why does it cost so much to reinforce here? Or it doesn't. Okay, we're not losing quite as much here. They are losing though, unless something really good happens. Like reinforcement in a week. Yeah. I say this like I've, engineered it to be so, but not really. Yeah, this inflation is not going to be a joke soon. Well, can we pea suit yet? Jaunpur loves us for doing that, because we're taking provinces from their rival, even though they don't get the ones that, because they've not occupied it yet. Yeah, we need a fort. We need a fort. Interesting. Where are you retreating to? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, you're going to go stack up with them, I see. We don't have any of the smaller loans yet. Oh, we do. Pay that back. Although that's just going to make us take another loan quicker. So I should have left that. Well, that's clever of me. So, Jaunpur, see these guys here. Do you want to go and get admin? Just lets us support rebels. Okay. Alright, 7%. 1 in 14. And we've Kordgard. Fantastic. Shiva is revealed. After many years searching for a guru to guide you, found no one who can adequately explain the mysteries of existence. Like what this little thing in the middle of this is. I don't know what that is. Some watermark. Or bring clarity in religious matters. At this point, you're beginning to lose hope in great teachers and prepare to discuss the spiritual with your peers. One day, you speak with the ruler of one of Dundar's allies, discussing the nature of the soul and its unity with the divine. Although your ally is a follower of Vishnu, you find your words about Shiva resonate. Later, you think about the conversation, realize what you said did not sound like the words of a pupil, but a master. Perhaps Shiva has already shown you his grace by giving you this revelation. The event Rudra, follower of Vishnu, happens. Okay, so that's bad for 5 years, I guess. Right, Rudra, follower of Vishnu. Question is, what is that? Is this an event chain? Hinduism events. Question is, I don't even. The ironic thing is, I didn't even mean to follow Shiva. There was an event that timed out and automatically picked it when I was demonstrating how you can change after picking your deity. Right, okay, so this is an event chain. Right, okay. So it would seem that there are two paths here. One you go one way and one you go the other. One path gives you +1 diplomatic skill, 10 prestige and extra yearly prestige. The other one gives you 2 diplomatic skill, yearly prestige, or admin skill, yearly prestige. Or military skill. Yeah, why would you take... Oh, I see. Ah. This is not what I was looking at. I looked at the wrong event, didn't I? That doesn't work too well. Okay. Okay. Shiva revealed. Let's try that again. Right, event Rudra Sampadara. Yep, okay. Yeah, right, okay. There is a hidden thing. Hindu Shiva 5. Right, okay. So you can get extra Diplo skill if you take that negative effect for 5 years. Legitimacy, don't care. Chance of new heir, I think I've already got one, so don't entirely care. Yeah, and we can afford that, so we will go and contemplate. It's the kind of trade that I like in a video game, because you are making a... Okay, we get our culture accepted, which means we could take some off, but we can't. As I was saying, it's an event I like, or a choice I like, because you either take a short-term negative or a longer-term positive. Potentially, it's still a gamble, and someone joined a war. Okay, that's fine. That's all absolutely fine, probably. Oh, Sind was annexed. But no, yes, Sind was annexed by Jaisalmer. Now, weren't Jaisalmer one province? Clearly not. Yeah, they were. How did Jaisalmer eat 3 provinces? Wow. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that ends up de-sieging those guys. So let's... Why would you go that way? Oh, I see, because you couldn't navigate around the forts. Does this place have a fort? It does. No, it doesn't. What? Can you... Oh, I see, there's a fort there, that's why. In fact, then, just siege here. Which you can't. Because we need 6 regiments. Okay, right. Does this game show you what you need? It doesn't. But never mind. We had an advisor? Statesman? Okay. Don't remember hiring a statesman. And we still can't siege. Now is that 2 regiments? No, it's nearly 3. So once we resupply, we should be fine. I kind of don't want them to take that province though, because they might get upset if I don't give them an award deal. Okay, surrender. Go that way. Although we will not take that because that will be controlled by that fort. Maybe if they take that fort, they'll transfer the occupation to us, but don't fully trust them. Bamanis, Mawat, Multan. Okay, we're good. You guys go over and stomp them, or them. Okay, we've got Chanderi. Don't need anything else. You guys go home. They are de-sieging that, but it's all unforted anyway, apart from that. Which we can hang on to. Can we demand anything yet? Nope. The fort mechanics are an interesting change, but they make it an absolute pain in the tonsils. I mean, if you can't actually siege a fort for half the war, you know, it becomes a bit of a problem. Okay, so they're now vassalized. Now, do they keep their old allies? They don't. So Nagar, you just lost an ally, which means you'll be looking for another one, presumably. Rewakantha, I would bet, but we'll have a look. Who likes you? Gujarat, you're already allied to. As long as you don't take Malwar, someone that I'm allied to, or God forbid Jaunpur. Well, it makes... Are you still allied to Jaunpur, actually? Oh, Jings, you are. Great. Need to do something about that at some point. Well, when Jaunpur take this fort, we should be able to take Chanderi. Can we take Bundelkhand? There isn't a fort to occupy there. They transferred... Jaunpur sieged that and transferred the occupation to me, did they? Who was there? Was it Jaunpur? It can't have been. They wouldn't transfer occupation of one of their cores to me. Okay. Well, that works. That works quite nicely. And they'd still be happy as well. We can take that. We have our claim on it as well. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. Where are you, Muar? I'm going to improve relations with you because, quite frankly, oh, you're friendly. I'd rather improve it with Jaunpur. I don't know if you're ever going to change from defensive, though. Yeah, we'll improve your relation. Now, Nepal? Not Nepal, sorry. Wrong key for a start. Bengal blockaded. Who has a coast in this war? Who has a coast? It's not Malwa. Is it not? No, they must be blockaded, but in another war. Fantastic. With playing in India, you get all these landlocked, double landlocked, triple landlocked? No, double landlocked countries. So seeing blockades is somewhat unusual. Now Bengal, how close are you? You're very close to taking a white piece, which would just get you right out my hair. There's no concede defeat anymore, it would seem. I bet you want something other than money. Yeah, I need that money, so I'm not going to give you that. But your army grows ever stronger. Oh, yes. Yes, it does. And we've had the negative event, which kills off 5% of our guys. Our brave Dundarian. I can't bring myself to say Dundarian. It sounds too like Dundonian for me. And as we all know, we won't be saying Dundonian. Yeah, but we're back. We're back sieging. So few people. If we get a breach, might be worth just ordering that assault. Well, whoever you are, you just lost to someone, which is good. Although it's not good if you retreat all the way back and then think, oh hey, you've only got 3,000 people there. Where are you going? Did you get there before? Is that where they're stopping? Would that give us a nice little stack wipe? They're not stopping. Okay then. Go home. Where are you retreating to? Where are you retreating to? Seriously? I thought they would only take occupied territory as a, or friendly or occupied territory as a valid retreat target. Are they attached to someone else? Is that why? Whatever. Okay. That's good. They won their defensive war and pooed out a country as a result. Fantastic. Do you like us for fighting to the end? Yes, you do. Not that I lifted a finger or anything, but I was clearly key to them winning that. Now Mewar have gone on the offensive against Bengal. Bengal, you must want out the war now. You must want out the war. You do want out the war. The question is, that would really fudge over Mewar if I started giving them provinces that they had not a hope in hell of coring. Which I don't really want to do because, as we've seen, if Mewar shows a sign of weakness, Gujarat might say, hey, those cores you have of ours. Do you want to think about, well, core I guess, do you want to think about giving us that back? And I don't really want to fight another war, at least until this one's done. That said, there is something to be said for making Bengal less powerful. You're allied to Delhi as well? Oh no. No, we can't be having that. I guess we can. Well, you're not in a position to do us any harm, I don't think, at the moment, so we'll hold the phone, as they say. I really would like to get both of those treaties annulled. Who else did they have? I should really pay attention. Military access, don't care. I like how saying, nah, that alliance you had didn't happen. Gives you 1 prestige. Did it used to give you 1 prestige? Yeah. Delhi I don't want them to be allied with because Delhi might be in my firing range before too long. Although, who else are they allied to? Bengal, Nagar. Yeah. Yeah, it probably wouldn't make a huge difference. So we could just get away with cancelling their alliance with Malwa. Although I could do that in the peace deal with Malwa itself, given we're going to have more war score than we know what to do with. You say no to that. Why do you say... Oh, you don't say... You say no to that anyway. Right, okay. I thought they were suddenly saying yes to this one. Okay. That would be fine. Or do I cut them and cleft them in twain? How much would it cost to tell them to let one of these guys go? Oh, that might be a... Right, if I tell them to release Bundelkhand, Jaunpur will jump on them, I'm sure, before too long. Which is not a bad thing necessarily, but Jaunpur having annexed Bagelkhand is already fairly blobbing. And did Nepal always have these provinces? I don't think they did. Anyway, all these considerations, it's a bit like playing chess. You've got to think, right, if I want to weaken Malwa, because I'm going to be at least taking Chanderi. So, do I get rid of both of their vassals? Okay, if I do that, will that other vassal fall to me? Great. Or will it fall to Jaunpur? Not bad in, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but if it falls to Jaunpur, and then they think, well, we've expanded that way, let's keep going this way. Oh wait, that alliance we had, that never happened. We start to run into real problems because I can't stand up to the kind of army Jaunpur can field at the moment, even with Mawar backing me up. Because you know they can throw, they can't actually throw that much around at the moment, but they've taken a couple of beatings. Similarly with Gondwana, who wants Gondwana? Bahmanis have a claim, so Bahmanis that still exist down. What? Star? Am I just being blind? Yeah. What? What? How do Bahmanis have a claim on? That must be by event. Because unless they've got... No, they can't. You can't fabricate a claim through your vassals in any case. Well, I'm at a loss to explain that, but they've got claims on... It must be by event. Or I'm going mad, Ted, as they say. Jharkhand also, who are there, probably wouldn't start taking a bite out of them. And Berar, which is presumably another country that doesn't exist at the moment. No, it does. Okay. Well, they might. If they are they allied? You see, you have to start. Well, they're allied to Jaunpur, so they might say, well, we'll use Jaunpur as a beating stick as well. And it starts to get very complicated. Predicting the future is best left to people with supernatural foresight. You kind of have to just say, right, what's our immediate objectives? My immediate objective in this small start practice session is to secure my own borders, which means being able to stand up to the likes of Multan, because they don't like me. These guys, I think I probably could, but they have some big alliances in the form of, well, they're a vassal now, so. But these guys have a big alliance, so again they might hit me with the big friend stick. Jaipur like me, so it's important to keep their relations high. I can do that without taking any more provinces. But ideally, you know, I'm pretty sure every Europa player wants to get to a stage where they don't have to keep relations high with someone who they're bordering, because, you know, it's a little bit galling to say that, you know, it's only relations that are keeping us in existence, not anything else. Right, we have a force in the area. Fantastic. We can now take stuff. We could take a whole bunch of stuff if we wanted to. And do we? Well, now there's an interesting thought. That costs diplomatic power, and it would put us temporarily over our diplo relations limit until for 3 years. But it would give us a vassal of roughly equal size to us, who may not like us. Although, if they're friendly, would they keep that? Would they keep that attitude? Chime in if you know the answer. They're threatened by us. But you don't. I mean, the great things about vassals, as everyone knows, is you can rely on them more or less, as long as they're net with a new or the relatively new changes, as long as they're loyal. Could take them both. This is the problem when you end up with more war score than you know what to do with. I mean, I'm going to be eating part of Bundelkhand anyway, which probably affects the price of it actually. 15%, yeah, can't be 15% just for that. Yep, because I have a claim here, so I'll eat that directly because it will be accepted culture and accepted religion, no problem. Sorry, yeah, same culture group and same religion. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal, as they would say. And where is Baglana as well, actually? You're down there. Well, that guarantees help them out. Okay, the other part of considering your next move, not just what your allies are going to do, what are you going to do yourself? What am I going to do? If I take Chinderi, that gives me access to fabricate everything else aside. That way, that way, that way, and that way, and that way. Okay, so five directions. This would be another war with Mal, which is why we're getting rid of the alliance with Bengal. We could then fabricate on Gondwana, but you know, we could just take it outright. In this war, I mean, although without a claim. We do have the money for it, and by money I mean war score. Taking Bundelkhand actually doesn't really give me very much, other than a bigger border with Jaunpur. So it may not be in my interest to take that. But it will give me some much needed income, and it will give me some much hopefully needed development, which will contribute towards force limit, which is important. So I think we can take the slight border friction that we get, because we're going to have the neighbouring different religion because of this border anyway. They don't have a claim, so it shouldn't be a problem. Vassalize Gondwana. Now, the question is, do they have any claims? Okay. They claim that. So that's not ideal. If they had, say, claimed Bastar, who are allied with Jarkand, yeah, that would have been fine. I could probably have... Oh. See, now part of me wants to go... what am I trying to do here? Sue for peace. Wants to go like this and fabricate in Bastar, because no way Jarkand could stand up to that. But that's a whole load of revolt risk and stuff. That would end in disaster for me. In fact, what would the overextension be for that? That's aggressive expansion, not overextension. It's manageable. 69 countries. Won't even show me what the top ones are. But 21 isn't awful. But still. So if we make them a vassal, still gives us a huge amount of aggressive expansion. They might join a coalition. Well, that's an interesting way of displaying it. That I have not seen before. In fact, that's even more aggressive expansion. Why is that so much worse? Malwa, Mawatan... Well, yeah, we couldn't really have that, could we? I didn't realize you could join a coalition if you were a subject nation. Interesting. Maybe the vassalization option isn't looking quite so attractive. Whereas the taking stuff and fabricating is. Cutting a big swathe through. Decisions, it becomes very tricky. A vassal is immediately helpful if you're going to start waging another war, although given how they've cut down the force limits, it's actually not that helpful. I think I'm overthinking this, perhaps. What's the land looking like? If I did just take all this, it's looking pretty Hindu, which is good. It's looking pretty not accepted culture-y, which may, well, it would only change when we cored it, unfortunately. And before that, we would have either nationalism or separatism or whichever you want to call it. I mean, we've cored this, but we've got cored this. It's accepted culture and religion, and we still have a huge amount of revolt risk due to separatism. That is huge. Need to look up how that works. So I think what we do is we will take Gondwana. Right. Here's what we'll do. Because I'm way over my stream target time at the moment. I need to go do some other things. I will set up the peace deal and execute it next time, which will give me time to think about it. But basically, the idea will be to take these two and vassalize Gondwana. But I may revisit that. If there are any questions or comments, feel free to ask now or later if you end up watching this on YouTube, where it will be uploaded. I'll give a couple minutes to do that. But if you have been, thank you for watching. I hope this hasn't been terribly boring. Really, it's a chance for me to get reacquainted with playing Spall, because I've been trying to finish a few games where I've ended up quite large. I'm way out of practice with these kinds of scenarios where you have to consider, you know, not only, you know, can you beat X in a straight up fight, but more, can you convince Y and Z to help you beat up X, even if you have no forces. So it's interesting to me, and it's very useful to me. But I'm going to mute myself up. I'll keep keep an eye on chat for the next wee while. But as I say, if you happen, thank you for watching.